Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel The Coin Spot, your trusted destination for rare coin discoveries, American coin history, and real market values. If you are passionate about coin collecting, curious about hidden treasures, or wondering whether the coins in your pocket could be worth more than face value, then you are absolutely in the right place. On this channel, we focus on presidential $1 coins, exploring the stories behind America's leaders and the coins that honor them. We take a deep look into who these presidents were, the years they served, and how their history is reflected in the design of each coin. We carefully examine coin condition, especially extra fine, about uncirculated and mint state grades, and explain how even small differences in wear, detail, and edge lettering can dramatically change a coin's value in today's collector market. Many people believe presidential dollar coins are only worth $1, but that's not always true. Some coins, especially rare varieties, mint errors, proof issues, and high-grade examples, have sold for hundreds, thousands, and even tens of thousands of dollars in real auctions. In every video, we break down the historical background of each president, the design and mint details of the coin, how to identify rare and valuable features, the current market value based on condition and demand. Top 1. The 14th President of the United States, Franklin Pierce. Pierce served from 1853 to 1857, a period marked by intense political debate over the future of the nation. He supported measures like the Kansas-Nebraska Act, which had long-lasting effects on pre-Civil War tensions. More than 150 years later, his legacy returned to coinage through the presidential $1 coin program, which issues dollar coins honoring U.S. presidents in the order they served. Franklin Pierce Presidential $1 Coin. Show visuals of Franklin Pierce presidential coins from Philadelphia and Denver. The Franklin Pierce presidential $1 coin was released in 2010 as part of the presidential $1 coin program. It's the 14th coin in the series, honoring Pierce's term in office from 1853 to 1857. Collectors Alliance Design and Specs. Obverse, portrait of Franklin Pierce with 14th President and years served, 1853 to 1857. Reverse, Statue of Liberty, common to all presidential $1 coins. United States Mint. Weight, 8.1 g, manganese brass composition. These coins were minted in Philadelphia and Denver with tens of millions struck for circulation market value, Franklin Pierce dollars. Because millions were produced, most Franklin Pierce presidential $1 coins are not rare, and in everyday circulated condition, they're usually worth face value or just a few dollars to collectors. However, what can be more valuable today? Uncirculated rolls and mint sets. Collectors pay premiums for pristine condition. Proof coins / first day of issue sets. Limited products with higher collector interest. Error varieties. Coins with minting issues or doubling may command higher prices. United States Mint. On marketplaces like eBay, you'll see Franklin Pierce presidential coins in nice condition listed for tens to low hundreds of dollars depending on grade and provenance. But the common circulation coins in extra fine or uncirculated grades typically aren't yet in the rarities category. Like older classic coins, enter the 1857 seeded Liberty dollar. Display big visual of an 1857 silver dollar with close-ups of Liberty's seeded figure, the 1857 seeded Liberty silver dollar, which does have massive collector demand and real market value. This coin was not part of the presidential dollar program that didn't start until 2007, but it was minted when Pierce was leaving office. This classic silver dollar was made at the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark. Is 90% silver and 10% copper. Had a relatively modest 94,000 mintage compared to later U.S. silver dollars. Was designed by Christian Gobrecht, one of the U.S. Mint's great early engravers. Because many were exported or melted, especially during the late 1850s, fewer survive today in collectible condition. Market value, 1857 seeded Liberty dollar. Let's explore how much these 1857 silver dollars are worth in today's market, especially in extra fine and higher grades. Typical value chart, based on recent price data. Good, G, $250 plus. Very fine, $800 plus. Extra fine, $1, $500 plus. AU, about uncirculated, $2,000 plus. MS60, uncirculated, $4,000 plus. MS63 plus, $8, $500 or more. Proof, PF, examples, $11,000 plus, where applicable. Different collector guides show that high-grade coins can reach even higher, $6,000 to $15,000 plus or more, depending on certification and quality. Auction spotlight. A spectacular 1857 seeded Liberty dollar graded MS-64 sold for over $17,000 at auction, showing the real premium collectors pay for rare, high-grade survivors. Why condition matters so much. Coins are graded on a scale where extra fine means the coin shows only light wear but retains most design details. Higher grades, like AU and MS, mean even less wear and more original detail or luster. For older silver dollars, high grades are rare because these coins were used in commerce. A coin that survived almost 170 years with minimal wear is genuinely special, and that's what drives the big money. Higher grades often multiply value many times over, especially when certified by respected services like PCGS or NGC. Tips for collectors and investors. If you're collecting or investing in rare coins, always get valuable finds graded by a professional service. Preserve coins in proper holders or capsules. Study recent auction results. Markets change for modern presidential dollars. Focus on uncirculated sets and errors for classic coins like the 1857 Liberty dollar. Condition is your biggest value driver. So there you have it. The 14th presidential $1 coin, Franklin Pierce, is a fascinating piece of modern numismatic history, but the real big money collectible from 1857 is the seeded Liberty silver dollar, especially in extra fine and higher grades. Top 2. The man it honors. William Henry Harrison, the 9th President of the United States. Harrison's presidency was brief but legendary. He was inaugurated in 1841, and at the time was the oldest person ever elected president. On March 4, 1841, he delivered the longest inaugural address in U.S. history, lasting nearly 2 hours, in cold, rainy weather without a coat or hat. Unfortunately, he developed pneumonia soon after and died just 1 month into his term, making his the shortest presidency ever. He gained early fame as a military leader at battles like Tippecanoe and became known as Old Tippecanoe. His legacy includes one of the most memorable campaign slogans ever, Tippecanoe and Tyler too. What is the William Henry Harrison $1 coin? Show visuals of the coin's obverse, reverse, and the mint packaging. The William Henry Harrison presidential $1 coin was released by the United States Mint in 2009 as part of the presidential $1 coin program, which honors U.S. presidents in order of service. Unlike older silver dollars, this is a modern clad coin, meaning it's made from a blend of metals, copper, zinc, manganese, and nickel. Obverse, heads features Harrison's portrait with William Henry Harrison, 9th President, 1841, marking his year in office, not the minting year. Reverse, tails shows the Statue of Liberty, like all coins in this series. Edge, inkest, recessed, lettering with the date, 2009, E pluribus unum, and mint mark, P, D, or S. This coin was produced at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints in high circulation numbers, making most examples common. Why presidential dollar coins exist. Before 2007, U.S. dollar coins typically featured figures like Eisenhower, Susan B. Anthony, or Sacagawea, but not presidents from early U.S. history. The presidential dollar coin program changed that, issuing coins honoring every eligible deceased president, in order of service. This gave collectors and the public a way to remember the leaders of America's past, from George Washington through later presidents, all on $1 coins. Market value today. Show price charts, market listings, and coins in graded holders. So how much is a William Henry Harrison presidential $1 coin worth today? Let's break it down. Normal, circulated, and mint state, MS, examples. Because the 2009 Harrison dollar had a large mintage, million struck, most coins you find in everyday circulation are typically worth face value or slightly more. Even in uncirculated mint state grades like MS-63, MS-65, many are valued in the $2 to $7 range. Extra fine condition. Coins in extra fine condition, which means light wear but good detail, can be slightly more desirable than worn circulation examples. However, in the modern series, XF alone doesn't usually command high premiums because so many survivors exist. That said, well-preserved pieces can bring modest interest from collectors' high-grade and rare varieties. The real value comes from rare or error varieties and high grades missing edge lettering errors. Some Harrison dollars were struck without the edge lettering, date, mint mark, E pluribus unum. These errors are sought after, and depending on grade, can sell for double-digit to triple-digit values. Era coins in MS-67 Plus condition can reach $200 or more. Exceptional specimens, MS-68, have been known to approach or exceed $1,000 plus in secondary markets. These rare varieties are more valuable than the standard coins because they're unusual rather than common. What makes a coin valuable? Collectors care about a few key things when assigning value condition/grade. The less wear and more original detail, the better. Certified coins graded by services like PCGS or NGC often sell for more rarity and errors. Mint errors like missing edge lettering, misstrikes, or high-struck quality can make even common dates collectible. Collector demand. Presidential dollars have a strong following, especially sets and complete collections. It's worth noting that most regular Harrison presidential dollars, even in extra fine or brilliant uncirculated condition, are not rare enough to fetch huge premiums without error attributes. If you're hunting for valuable presidential dollars, check the edge carefully. Some valuable era coins don't have the usual edge lettering. Get coins professionally graded. Certification can unlock collector interest and higher prices. Follow recent sales, not just price guides. Real market data shows what buyers are paying right now. Save complete sets. Often, a full set of presidential dollars in high grade can be worth more together than individually. The William Henry Harrison Presidential $1 coin is a fascinating modern coin that connects us to a unique moment in American history, the shortest presidency ever. While most examples are worth small premiums today, coins in high grade or with rare errors can be worth significantly more than their face value. Top 3. The 7th President of the United States from 1829 to 1837. He was a military hero, best known for his leadership at the Battle of New Orleans during the War of 1812, and a deeply influential figure in early American politics. His presidency expanded the idea of popular democracy, but it was also controversial, especially his role in policies affecting Native Americans. Despite differing opinions on his legacy, Jackson's place in American history is unquestioned, which is why he appears in the Presidential $1 coin program. What is the Andrew Jackson Presidential $1 coin? Insert close-ups of the coin's obverse, reverse, and edge lettering. Show both Philadelphia and Denver Mint specimens. The Andrew Jackson Presidential $1 coin was released by the United States Mint in 2008 as part of the Presidential $1 coin program. Key features. Obverse, front portrait of Andrew Jackson with the inscription 7th President, and his years served 1829 to 1837. These references term, not the minting date. Reverse, back the Statue of Liberty, a consistent design across all presidential dollar coins. Edge, inkest, lettered legends that include the actual minting year, e.g., 2008, the mint mark, and E pluribus unum. Composition, a copper-based clad alloy, not precious metal, which means these coins have no silver content and their value is not tied to bullion. Because of large mintages, tens of millions were struck. Most Andrew Jackson dollars are very common and circulate just like other modern $1 coins. Design story and edge lettering. One of the interesting features of the presidential dollar program is the edge lettering, which includes the date, mint mark, and E pluribus unum. Some collectors find this detail fascinating because it's unusual compared to older U.S. coins where that information was on the coin faces. Because these edge inscriptions can wear off over time, coins with strong edge lettering are often more desirable to collectors, especially when the rest of the coin is in high-grade market value today. Overlay with price listings, auction examples, and graded coins. So, let's talk value. Most Andrew Jackson dollar coins, even in extra fine condition, are simply worth face value or slightly above in collectible sets. Common market values. Circulated condition. $1. Uncirculated MS-60, MS-65, typically $2 to $7 plus depending on grade and eye appeal. Proof versions, from collector sets $4 to $7 plus in similar mid-grades. This means extra fine examples, showing light wear but full design detail, generally don't command high premiums when compared to scarce coins from older series, when value can spike. Where the real interest comes in is with error varieties and top-graded coins missing or incomplete edge lettering errors. Some Jackson dollars were struck without full edge lettering. These are unusual and can attract collector interest. High certified grades, e.g., MS-67, MS-68. A few coins graded extremely high by PCGS/NGC can fetch hundreds of dollars from specialty collectors, especially if combined with a mint error or an attractively struck specimen. Example: rare presidential dollars, including some Andrew Jackson examples, graded MS-67 with popular orientations have been valued several $100s or more in recent numismatic markets. Why most aren't rare? Even though the Andrew Jackson dollar honors a president from the early 19th century, the coin itself is modern and was produced in large quantities, hence its lack of inherent rarity. While millions were minted, only a small fraction of those have any real collector premium outside of standard face value or modest uncirculated prices. This is very different from genuinely rare older silver dollars, like the Liberty-seeded dollars which were struck in the mid-1800s and can be worth thousands or more in high grades, such as the 1857 seeded Liberty dollar. How to identify valuable presidential dollars. If you're sorting through presidential dollars for value, check the edge lettering. Missing or misaligned text can indicate a rare variety. Look for strong details and luster. Coins in higher grades, AU, MS, are more collectible. Get it graded. A professional certification, PCGS/NGC, can dramatically affect price and trust in a market. Check recent auction results. Always look at real sale prices, not just online listings. Many coins are listed at high prices that never sell. Comparing to historic silver dollars. It helps to compare modern presidential dollars to historic silver dollars like the 1857 seeded Liberty dollar, which feature classical designs and substantial silver content. These older coins, especially in extra fine and higher grades, often sell for significant money at auction and through dealers because of rarity, age, and condition. For example, an 1857 seeded Liberty dollar graded extra fine may be valued around $1,500 or more, with high mint state specimens reaching many thousands and rare certified examples going for 5 figures or more. This contrast shows why modern dollar coins like the Andrew Jackson piece are generally common in value, while classic silver dollars often command serious collector dollars. So that's the full scoop on the 7th presidential $1 coin, the Andrew Jackson dollar, an interesting piece of modern numismatic history with modest collector value, unless you find rare varieties or top certified grades. Top 4. The 5th President of the United States who served from 1817 to 1825. He's best known for the Monroe Doctrine, a cornerstone of American foreign policy that opposed European colonialism in the Western Hemisphere, a policy still referenced today. Monroe's presidency is often called the era of good feelings because of a period of relative political unity and economic growth. So where does 1825 fit in? That's simply the last year of his presidency, not the year the coin was struck. We'll explain how this year shows up on the coin later. What is the James Monroe Presidential $1 coin? Show the coin obverse and reverse, edge lettering close-up. The James Monroe Presidential $1 coin was released by the United States Mint in 2008 as part of the Presidential $1 coin program, which honors U.S. presidents in the order they served. Here's what it looks like: obverse portrait of James Monroe with his name and the inscriptions 5th President 1817 to 1825, showing the years he served. Reverse, back Statue of Liberty, the standard reverse for all presidential dollars. Edge lettering includes the mint year, 2008, mint mark, P, D, or S, and mottos like E pluribus unum and In God We Trust. Unlike old silver dollars, this coin is modern clad copper alloy, meaning it isn't silver and is primarily made for circulation and collecting. Where 1825 shows up and why people ask. If you've heard 1825 in connection with this coin, here's the key. 1825 refers to the end year of James Monroe's presidency. That's why the inscription reads 1817 to 1825 on the coin's obverse. So the coin isn't from 1825, it was minted in 2008. But the historical reference gives it an old-time flavor and often makes people curious about its rarity and value. Market value today. Show price charts, auction results, graded holders with XF and MS values. So what's the real market value of the James Monroe Presidential Dollar? Let's break it down. Typical market values. Most of these coins are very common because millions were struck. Circulated, everyday use, usually worth $1 to $3 as a collectible. Uncirculated, MS60, MS65, often around $3 to $7 plus depending on condition and luster. Proof, San Francisco's Mint, often similar in low-grade proofs at $5 plus. So, ordinary James Monroe dollars, even extra fine, don't usually draw high prices like old silver coins. But there are rare varieties. Here's where things get exciting: error and positional varieties. Some 2008 James Monroe dollars have edge lettering errors, like the rare position A edge where In God We Trust is oriented differently. These can be highly sought after by collectors. A 2008 P Monroe position A in MS 65 once sold at auction for over $20,000, showing how collectible errors in top grade can skyrocket in value. Other rarities include missing edge lettering errors, can range from $150 to $1,600 plus or more in high grades. Doubled edge letter varieties and unusual strike patterns, highly collectible to specialists. So while a normal circulation coin is worth a couple dollars, rare high-grade and error coins can be huge money. Why condition matters. Show side-by-side of worn coin versus XF versus MS grades. Coins are graded based on how much wear they have. Here are broad categories. Extra fine light wear, most details clear. AU, about uncirculated, very minimal wear. MS, mint state, no wear, like straight from the mint. Coins with strong detail, no scratches, and crisp edge lettering are typically worth more than worn examples, and the rarer the error, the more the grade matters in pricing. Getting a coin professionally graded by NGC or PCGS can dramatically impact how much a collector would pay. How to check your coin. Here's how you can check if your James Monroe dollar might be worth more than face value. Look at the edge lettering carefully. Rare varieties often show positional or missing edge text. Check condition. Coins with original luster and minimal wear are desirable compared to sold auctions. Only sold prices tell real market value, not just online listings. Consider professional grading. Rare and high-grade coins score much higher values once certified. So there you have it, the fifth presidential $1 coin, honoring James Monroe's presidency from 1817 to 1825, may seem common, but in extra fine and especially rare error varieties, it can be worth big money today. Most coins are just a few dollars, but special, high-grade, or error examples prove that even modern coins can surprise you. Drop a comment. Have you found a Monroe dollar with weird edge lettering? Or high grade from your change? Like if this helped, and don't forget to subscribe for more coin history and value videos.